Hey everyone, Racer Joe from Racer Records. You're wondering, why's he got his traveling hat on? Well, he's got his traveling hat on because this is a contest entry for my good friend Trevor of Flat Round and Spun. You know it. There he is. There's his logo. There's his smiling face in, animated form. That's when he was on Rock and Roll Jeopardy, which you can watch on my channel. Sorry, Trev, had to get a little bit of a plug in there. Anyway, what we're here for today is we're trying to raise a little bit of funds to get his daughter Grace to Peru. You can see the Peruvian flag up in the corner. I'm going to leave that up there. Fundraiser, she's already going. This is just going to help the funds a little bit. Maybe she can buy some records when she's over there if we get her enough cash. Anyway, let's get into it. It's a contest. There are, what is there, 4 or is there 5? I'm taping Emma's today as well. So she's got 5, Trevor's got 4. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, looking at my cheat sheets. All right, so here are the prompts. We'll do them one at a time. First off, bucket list, destination. Show an artist or album cover from the location that is your dream destination. Well, my lovely wife Joanne and I have always wanted to go to Ireland. So, with that said, you can't get much more Ireland than these guys. And this castle, in fact. I had it pulled up. I was going to give you the whole specs about the castle, but look it up. You can find it. It's on Google if you Google it, where this castle is in Ireland. But of course, you too. And, like to go see this castle. I assume it's still there. It's a gatefold. It's not a gatefold. Why did I think it was a gatefold? Anyway, there you go. That is our destination, Trevor. That's where we would like to go. I do have my traveling hat on. This is my Tilly that went with me to Power Trip in California. More on that later, I think. I can't remember. Again, I'm doing 2 videos today, and I've got some stuff in one and some stuff in the other. Anyway, you wanted me to keep this short, and you've met me. You know it's not going to be short. Next up, furthest traveled for a concert show or artist you saw, possibly the album they were touring on. Well, as of today, and hopefully maybe it will change, but as of today, the furthest I have traveled is Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and I just did it about 10 days ago. Joanne and I went to Montreal to see Lady Gaga, and I'm sure people that have watched me on the live stream in the last little while or watched my videos, I'm not getting tired of me talking about it, but I'm going to talk about this one for a while because it was unbelievable. It was the Mayhem Tour. It was the the 6th last and the 5th last show. Actually, that changed because she had to cancel one. Anyway, the final show is tonight in New York at Madison Square Garden. So if you're watching this today and you can get yourself some tickets, go because you will love it. I'm not going to get into it. Watch my video if you want to hear a little bit more about Lady Gaga and the Mayhem Ball. Unbelievably good. So, the furthest I traveled. Now, I did the math, actually. As the crow flies from my house to the Bell Center, which is where the concert was, it was 2,357.04 kilometers. That's according to As the Crow Flies. A close second, and I thought it might win, actually, was Power Trip. I knew I was getting to it. That was 2,087.07 kilometers. So, not quite as far, still a pretty good distance. And then, we've done a bunch of other ones. But those are the 2 furthest away. The furthest is the most recent, the Mayhem Ball in Montreal for Lady Gaga. Next up, mode of transportation. Show a cover with planes, trains, and or automobiles. I'm going to do them all, but I'm going to do them quick, Trevor. I know you wanted us to keep these short because you're going to have a whole bunch to watch. Planes, little Beastie Boys. Not what you want. We'll just show this part. It's a gatefold, though. You got to show the gatefold. There are the boys. Planes, trains. Now, it's not much of a train, but it is the abandoned luncheonette car by Daryl Hall and John Oates, back to the very beginning when I actually enjoyed their music. They got a little too much for me in the 80s stuff, but the early stuff, the Blue-Eyed Soul, is fantastic. So, trains. We've also got automobiles. These guys have a new album out, The Mountain, but this is from a while ago. Gorillas. There's the inside. Because it's a gatefold, you got to show it, but there is your automobile right there. There's the back for what it's worth as well. I'm going to give you 2 more just because, but again, quick. I'm going to go motorcycle. This is Crisis of Faith from Canadian band Billy Talent. You can see the gentleman riding the motorcycle. Well, maybe not gentleman. Yeah, he looks like a guy, even though it's a skull. Anyway, Crisis of Faith. Good album from Billy Talent. Good punk-ish, pop punk Canadian band. If you haven't heard of them, check them out. They're great. And the last one I'm going to do for you is on horseback. And it is a bunch of birds riding on horseback. Budgie. Good stuff. Some great 70s rock and roll. I got a little purple going on. A little purple. I'm not sure what's going on there. But anyway, I digress yet again. Budgie. There you go. Horseback. Another way to get places. Okay. And then the last prompt was your favorite. I got the microphone in the way. Favorite vacation. Show an artist from your favorite vacation that you've been on. So a lot of my vacations, now that we've sold our camper, have evolved around concerts and, of course, places that we wanted to go as well. We wanted to go to Montreal. We wanted to go to Vancouver, which I'm going to talk about. We wanted to go to Minneapolis, which I'm going to talk about as well. So I'm going to do the one weekend that was unbelievably great a couple of years ago, and it was Metallica, the 72 Seasons. So I got to Minneapolis, and for some reason didn't even know Metallica was playing. We got there, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday. Metallica was doing the 2-night set, so Friday and Sunday, and the 72 Seasons. And speaking of Emma's video, Trevor, yours has this one in it, so I found that to be somewhat fitting. There's the gatefold of the 72 Seasons, and there's the back for what it's worth. So there was that. That was on Friday and Sunday. On Saturday night, and the main reason that we had gone, we being Joanne, my daughter Emily, and myself, was to see Green Day. Unbelievably good. You've heard me talk about that numerous times before, but I'm just going to show you a couple. So they did all of this in its entirety, and then they did all of this in its entirety. This is the 20th anniversary edition, and that was why, because it was the 30th and the 20th anniversary of those. And then they did a whole bunch off of this, which I really like as well. And you've heard me talk about Saviors before, so I won't get too far into it. But there you go. So again, a lot of my destinations, a lot of my holidays, as of late anyway, have been revolving around concerts, and that was a pretty spectacular weekend. So help Trevor out. You can go to his video, which of course I will link where links go, and there's a QR code. You can hit that up, and you can help Grace out get to Peru. Again, she's going, but let's help her out a little bit. Like I said, maybe we'll get her some extra spending cash. She can buy some albums, and then she can come back and show us what she bought. Trevor, there you go, my friend. Thank you for the contest. Thanks for watching. Everyone have a wonderful day.